Notre Dame safety Kyle Hamilton is a rare commodity in college football and will be at the next level too. His style and play reminds me of former Clemson Tiger Isaiah Simmons as far as the versatility. You'll see him back in the deep middle of the field. You'll see him down around the line of scrimmage. He's a good tackler in space. He's an absolute ball hawk. And at 6'4", 220 pounds, he is a rare commodity that has that sort of length and size and athleticism. Didn't test overly well, but the game tape says it all. He's a big-time playmaker. Whoever gets Kyle Hamilton is going to be incredibly excited. Iowa center Tyler Lindebon is one of the best offensive linemen in this draft class and by far and away the best center. He reminds me a lot of Nick Mangold, the former perennial Pro Bowl player for the New York Jets. He's crafty getting to the second level. He handles all of the calls playing in an NFL-style system in Iowa, so you know he's going to be NFL ready. Now, he's not the biggest center. However, he's got great leverage, plays low, uses his hands, and the athleticism to pull and make plays as a center in the run game.
Michigan edge rusher David Ojabo would have been a top 15 pick, maybe even top 10, but he suffered a torn Achilles tendon at his pro day at Michigan. That will drop him down probably into the second round, maybe late first round. If a team is smart, they'll draft him late in the first round. This kid has all the tools to become a productive NFL edge player. He's explosive. He knows how to bend. He plays hard against the run. And the best thing about him, he's just learning how to play the position. He's new to football. A good team with a good coach will get this kid in there, and he will become a productive edge rusher. Who's he remind me of? Chandler Jones. He's one of those type of players who can bend the corner, get sacks, and also play well against the run.
UConn's Travis Jones reminds me a lot of Jonathan Hankins. Now look, Travis Jones flew under the radar during the 2021 season because he played on a terrible UConn Huskies football team. But he was one of the few bright spots, and that showed up regularly on tape. And he parlayed a strong season into a dominant Senior Bowl week. He's consistently disruptive, uses a lightning-quick first step, a low center of gravity, and sheer strength to knock interior offensive linemen into the backfield. He has the power to stand up double teams and the athleticism to shed tackles against the run. His swim move is unstoppable at times, and he routinely wins the leverage battle, putting offensive linemen on their heels. But for as good as Jones is at getting to the backfield, he can struggle to get out blocks as a pass rusher, and he doesn't yet have a wide array of pass rush moves. So while he's not a complete player, he has all the tools to be really good at the next level once he gets to the NFL.
Daniel Lele, offensive tackle, University of Minnesota. To say that he is big is one of the massive understatements we can make. 6'8", 380 pounds is what he's listed as. It reminds me a lot of Rob Havenstein, offensive tackle, Los Angeles Rams. What a lot of people may not know is that Rob Havenstein was really big coming out of high school, slimmed himself down to make himself into a better player. This is one big bone comparison in terms of Daniel Lele. Both of them play on the right side. Both of them understand how to maximize what their strengths are, not just their size, but their ability to move. And they also know how to minimize their deficiencies. Sometimes they can get beat with speed. They take that speed move away from defenders and then go ahead and move them around the field. I like the way that they both play with intelligence to go along with their bulk. Daniel Lele, offensive tackle. Look out, defense.
Alabama cornerback Jalen Davis is an early entrance into this draft class coming out of the Crimson Tide's program. We have compared him to former NFL cornerback Cordray Tankersley. He is one of the better prospects that is not overly discussed in this class. He fights through blocks to make tackles in the backfield and shows a good understanding of the route tree. The Alabama native has great size and speed combination with 3 interceptions for Alabama last season. The areas of concern are that he is below average arm length and really only 1 year of playing experience. He needs to do a better job of breaking down his feet in space and his hips open too wide when changing directions.
What's up, everybody? Emery Hunt-Azar of the Playbook talking. Charlie Kohler, the tight end out of Iowa State at 6'6", 256 pounds, and plays a lot like Dalton Schultz of the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to Dalton Schultz, very good tight end prospect. He shows an ability to win one-on-one at all levels of the field and is able to consistently work himself open versus zone coverage or in a scramble drill situation. He's a really good player inside the red zone, versatile enough to be flexed out as a wide receiver. Now, blocking is very inconsistent for him, especially when he's asked to block at the point of attack. The initial contact is good, but has to be more consistent in that regard.
Coastal Carolina tight end Isaiah Likely gives us serious vibes of Gerald Everett when he was entering the NFL a few years ago. With Likely, it's all about his yards after the catch ability underneath and at the intermediate level. Once he catches the football, he has deceptive power through contact, awesome vision, and almost running back-like elusiveness to create big plays on high percentage throws for his quarterback. As far as weaknesses, Likely is a decent blocker in space, but is not going to move defensive ends or inside linebackers at the next level. And he tested a little more horror than what people expected from him at the Combine and at the Coastal Carolina Pro Day. He's not going to threaten the seam down the field at the next level. But for a team that wants a creative element to their offense, almost in an H-back type role, Likely will be the tight end for them.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.